Welcome to Chop Shop Motors. For this episode, episode 5 of Hot Rod Shop Class, we're going to look at what kind of tools do I take on the road in my various old cars. So I have a couple different old vehicles, and I have different solutions for different ones. Some because that's what I came across, and some because it fits the application. I'm going to take a little bit of a deeper dive into what the 3 solutions I have are, and see if maybe that sparks a thought with you of how you might put your tools in one of your old cars as you travel around. With these old cars, they were quite dependable in their day. It is probably a prerequisite that not only do we know a little bit about what makes them tick, but we carry either a small handful of tools or maybe even an array of miscellaneous pieces or parts to help us get out of a pinch if we have it. No different than carrying a spare tire and a jack, carrying a few hand tools and things of that nature could be quite beneficial. I'll show you what I have in a couple of the different vehicles that I use. The first bag I will show you is an Atlas 45 bag. This is the bag that I carry in my everyday vehicle, in my truck, and so I have it with me all the time. If I am going to go do a quick road trip in one of the hot rods, maybe drive for a day, couple 100 miles or something, typically I'll just grab this tool bag because it's quite complete and toss it in the car. I rarely will drive one of the old cars without having some tools with me. It makes me feel better. And I will say most of the time that I've had to pull the tool bag out, it's been to help other hot rodders, and that's fine with me. I like being able to help those that get in a little bit of a pinch. And the interesting thing is they are more than happy to reciprocate, because that's just how people with old cars are. All right, let's take a look at what this Atlas 45 bag is. The bag itself is a canvas, quite flexible. It is, at least this version was made in USA, so I was kind of drawn to that. It has a couple interesting features. This strap helps kind of pull it all together, which is kind of nice. They got pretty creative on how to make it as efficient as possible. So you have multiple zipped areas. This one I keep my pliers in. This one I have a hammer, some of the larger wrenches, a bigger crescent wrench. This one I have some smaller sockets, a few miscellaneous nuts and bolts in case something falls off on the side of the road, which periodically does happen. And I also have some miscellaneous extra quarter drive, as well as some electrical tools in here, like a quick terminal kit in case something, trailer wire breaks or something on the road, which, you know, that stuff happens all the time, and you have the ability to fix it. I like the way it's organized. I like that the carrier itself, the bag itself, is pretty light, so you're not incurring a bunch of weight in the device, and it doesn't bang up the vehicle. So you put it in the trunk of a nicely finished hot rod, or your nice, your late model daily, and it doesn't skin it up and scratch it and everything, because it's all protected with canvas. The other thing that is nice about it is the back side, or the ends, have this Velcro. And I think you can see that. And all the wrenches are in it. So I have American and metric wrenches all along here, all the way down to the littlest one, which makes it, if you're broken down at night and you're trying to get your butt off of the side of the road and make this as quick and painless as possible, having a little order to this is nice. Also, because you are often pulling these out in less than ideal conditions, you can kind of see at a glance, do you have everything? And that's a good way to keep track of the tools. On the other side, has another set of the Velcros, and in it I have a test light, a ratchet, a universal, like one of those multi-use screwdrivers that has 4 tips with it. You just flip the end over and then flip the tip inside. I have a brake tool, probably not something everybody's going to carry, but I have one. Some Allen wrenches, a carpet knife, some other pliers. Again, this is a tool bag that's morphed over a long time, so most of those tools have kind of earned their keep into my bag for what I do. You get to build yours however you want to build it. What isn't in here is that I don't have any 1/2-inch drive sockets or ratchets. I don't have any of the super big heavy duty wrenches. I do have pretty large, and I have a really large crescent wrench. But it would be easy for the repair to go beyond this tool bag. But again, this tool bag isn't, can I fix anything that breaks? This tool bag could probably get me out of 80% of the pinches I'm in on the side of the road. Now, if my late model breaks and the computer acts up, this tool bag isn't going to do me any good. So that would be a tow somewhere. But for the old cars, it works really well. All right, let's roll this up and we will go on to the next one. The next one is cool. It is the opposite of that canvas bag. It will gouge and dent and hit everything that you put it in, so you have to kind of be thoughtful around how you're going to use this. This is an ammo can. I think it's a 50 caliber ammo can. They're still around. You can still get them. I have a couple of them, and so I thought I would use one for the 32, only because I wanted something that was self-contained and a little more compact than the black bag. And so I would probably wrap this in something to keep it from dinging or hitting anything. But the tools itself are pretty compact. Now I'll show you how I have this organized. So it's weather tight. It's super durable. As you can see, the hammer's on top. It has a piece of foam that keeps everything from moving, so nothing moves around. Inside, I have a set of screwdrivers. So the screwdrivers lay in there, and you can kind of see that they're in all the miscellaneous nooks. I'll show you what these things are. So I'll pull out the screwdrivers, get them out of the way. So you saw the screwdrivers and all that. In here is a small little box, and it has wire connectors and some wire butt things, you know, butt connectors and some wires, some terminal ends and some fuses. Just kind of the bare minimum. You have something. It's not going to take care of everything, but it does have something. In here is a 3/8 set. If you look at the very first shop class video, I went into depth on what's in here. It's just a 1/4 drive socket and ratchet set. Then, and I got these boxes just like swap meets and whatnot, with the idea of how would it all fit inside this 50 caliber box. So this box is an Allen electric equipment box. I'm not sure what was in it. Probably, I don't know what was in it. So inside it now it has my end wrenches, my vice grips, a crescent wrench, some channel locks, and my terminal pliers. You can kind of see the yellow handle, I think, all the way down at the bottom. So it has a little bit of everything. It's self-contained. It doesn't move around. The metal box is tight and keeps it from shifting, so that serves me well. And I got that box off of eBay for like $6 or $7. Now you can pay a lot more for them, but if you watch them on eBay, you can get them for $6 to $12 pretty regularly. This is a Thorson box. This originally would have had sockets in it, and inside it I have a set of 3/8 drive. Can you see that? A set of 3/8 drive with one shooting out. Sockets, extensions, a ratchet, and deep sockets. So that gives me a little bit larger tool to use. Okay, we'll seal that up. Inside it, it has a piece of foam at the bottom to keep things from rattling around. I mainly don't want to hear it in the back of the car, and so that keeps it contained. So then everything kind of fits back in it. You can buy these boxes, the metal boxes, to fit into whatever your container is and make it kind of as organized as you would like. It's not particularly complicated. I just didn't really want a bunch of stuff in a box just rolling around. So I got my tools that I was going to use for the vehicle, laid them out, and then started putting things together. Foam goes in, hammer goes in, foam compresses. This thing has a seal. That goes in the back of the car. Really compact, works well. It's cool looking. It has a nice handle that's plenty durable enough to carry it around. Okay, second option. So you had two different ones. You had something that was very contemporary, very soft, something hard, works in the back of a truck or behind a seat of a pickup quite nicely. I didn't put this together for my truck because I don't have any space behind the seat. This is the one that goes in the little 64 F100. This goes under the seat. So this is a first aid box. So I love these metal boxes because A, they're actually a little thicker than some of the stuff you buy now, and so that durability lends itself to what I'm using it for now. So a little bit heavier. It says first aid on it. That's kind of cool. So it is a vintage box. Has two clasps, has a little handle if you want to carry it around. It's not very big, so you're not going to get a lot in it. This is a bare minimum. I open it up. Oh, that's right. This one's super hard to get open. Hold on. There we go. Okay. I open it up, and here's what's inside. I've got a pair of needle nose pliers. I've got some end wrenches. A bare minimum set of end wrenches, a crescent wrench, a Milwaukee big knife, some zip ties, a pair of regular pliers, the rest of a small wrench set. I have a screwdriver that is one of those kind of universal things, so terribly frustrating if you had to use it very much, but if you were broke down and you just need a screwdriver, it would be super nice. So a little screwdriver, kind of a spin around universal one, a small pocket screwdriver. Every vehicle, everything I have has one of these in it. 1,000,001 uses. I'm hooked on those for my whole life. Another one of the wrenches, and then a small, again, another swap meet box, and inside it is a really small set of quarter drive sockets extension. This is a mix and match set, so it's got a Craftsman ratchet, and then it's got some industrial sockets and a couple Craftsman and miscellaneous things, a T-bar. It's also got, in this set, it's got an adapter from quarter to 3/8, but I don't have any 3/8 drive in this box, but it was in the set. So that's kind of, and this is a Plum toolbox, so that was kind of cool. I had somebody write in the comments and said Plum eventually became Proto, and so that was an interesting little data point. So the cool part is, as you do these old tools, you learn a little bit more every time. So that is the box. Again, it fits in here. It's super tight. There's no extra room for anything. I'll put this stuff back in, and it'll probably take me 3 times to get everything to settle in so I can get the lid closed. But as you can imagine, if you broke down on the side of the road, nice to have all these things thought of and taken care of. It's a little bit like a little Tetris going on here. Oh, almost there, and then that one came in. Will it close? We'll see. Look at that. It made it. Those are some travel toolboxes to put in your hot rod, and hopefully this made you think about what you might put behind the seat of your car or in the trunk, and hope you enjoyed that. I'm Clay for Chop Shop Motors, and we'll see you on the next project.